Don Jonás, a decorated brigadier of the army, has endured a year of agonizing confinement. This injustice began 12 long months ago. He was seized without a warrant, without a formal accusation, and without a shred of compassion. His only crime seems to be loyalty to his country, a virtue that now appears to be his downfall. His family, once pillars of strength, now crumble under the weight of his absence. Don Jonás is no criminal. He is a man of honor, a dedicated soldier who devoted his life to serving his nation. He is a loving husband, a cherished father, and a loyal friend. Yet he finds himself trapped in a nightmare, his life and reputation unjustly tarnished. The silence from the authorities is deafening, their inaction a cruel testament to the erosion of justice. His wife, once vibrant and full of life, now carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. His children, robbed of their father's guidance and love, grapple with a reality they struggle to comprehend. Their home, once filled with laughter and warmth, now echoes with a silence that speaks volumes. The weight of this injustice weighs heavily upon us all. Each passing day deepens the wound in our hearts. Each unanswered question a searing reminder of the cruelty inflicted upon an innocent man. We, the family of Don Jonás, refuse to remain silent. We will not rest until justice is served, until Don Jonás is returned to us, and until the stain on his name is washed away. Don Jonás's ordeal began shortly after a meeting with high-ranking officials, including the esteemed SE Teodoro Nguema Obiang Mange, and the Ministers of Defense, National Security and External Security. This meeting, held in January 2024, was followed by an unsettling silence. Then, in late March, Don Jonás was apprehended. He was initially held at the Policía de Guantánamo for 2 agonizing months. This was followed by 8 months at the Gendarmería La Luna and then transferred to the Gendarmería Vicatana, where he remains to this day. Each location brought with it a new set of hardships, a new wave of despair. Throughout this ordeal, no formal charges have been brought against him. No explanation has been offered for his detention. The authorities remain tight-lipped, their silence fueling our anxieties. We are left to grapple with unanswered questions, haunted by the fear that we may never know the truth. The uncertainty is unbearable. What began as bewilderment has morphed into a gnawing fear. We cling to the hope that this is all a terrible misunderstanding, a bureaucratic error that will soon be rectified. But as the days turn into weeks and the weeks into months, our hope begins to dwindle. A ray of hope emerged from the darkness when a colonel from the Gendarmería Nacional conducted an investigation into Don Jonás's case. After careful examination of the facts, the colonel found no evidence of wrongdoing. He concluded that Don Jonás was innocent of any crime and recommended his immediate release. This glimmer of hope, however, proved to be short-lived. Instead of being released, Don Jonás remained imprisoned. 11 months into his detention, a new judge was appointed to the case. The reasons for this sudden change remain shrouded in mystery. This unexplained change has cast a long shadow over the entire process. Was the initial investigation flawed, or is there a more sinister force at play, manipulating the situation from the shadows? The lack of transparency only deepens our suspicions, fueling our belief that something is amiss. The appointment of a new judge after almost a year of Don Jonás's detention raises serious concerns about the fairness and integrity of the legal proceedings. It suggests a deliberate attempt to prolong his detention, to deny him the justice he so rightfully deserves. We, the family of Don Jonás, turn to you, esteemed SE, as our last beacon of hope. We implore you to intervene in this grave miscarriage of justice. Your unwavering commitment to fairness and integrity, your reputation as a man who upholds the law, gives us strength in these dark times. We humbly request that you summon both the colonel who conducted the initial investigation and the newly appointed judge. We believe that a thorough examination of their reports, their evidence, and their testimonies in your esteemed presence will shed light on the truth behind Don Jonás's unwarranted detention. We believe in your unwavering commitment to justice, in your ability to see through the shadows and expose the truth. We place our faith in your hands, hoping and praying that you will be the voice of reason, the champion of justice that Don Jonás so desperately needs. Your intervention, esteemed SE, is our only hope. We pray that you will answer our plea, that you will right this wrong, and that you will help us bring our beloved Don Jonás home.